dłuższego telewizyjnej rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na blogosfierze. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Conan O'Brien. It's a pleasure to see you. And I am going nowhere.
No!
Literally and figuratively.
Go cash your check and go live a life somewhere. It'll be great.
Oh, they better not put him on ice.
Well, I don't think he'll...
That's the word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Someone over there wants to put him on ice for like 3 years.
Somebody at NBC's not going to let Conan be Conan?
Just saying. Might even part his hair on the other
Where's
side.
That rally taking place? In Burbank?
We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later.
Hey, everybody, I'm Olivia Munn.
Yeah!
And we are coming
Do you want 11:30? You want 11:35?
I think that you and I, Attack of the Show,
What do
late
you
night NBC.
think we could be the new late night show on NBC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Conan could be our psychic.
He can be our band leader.
We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. On the show today, the Football Friends.
Oh, yeah, that's a sport.
Yeah. The NFL playoffs continue this Saturday. And today, we have a music video with some guys that are really, really excited about the action. You're going to see what I mean in Around the Net, and it's not good. Then we sent a flip camera to our viewer army member, Darren Footman, to cover the Adult Entertainment Expo in Las Vegas.
All right.
So here's the thing. If you join the real army, you get tuition grants and paychecks.
Right.
If you join our viewer army, you get to go to a porn expo.
Okay.
Weigh your options, people.
Yeah.
Weigh your options.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Let me put my flip cam there. I'm with Attack, really.
That's why I bet he had a badge and they let him do anything.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Then we're going to unveil the Eigenharp for the first time on American television. And this thing, it's incredible. It's a brand new musical instrument that is an unholy combination of a bunch of other instruments. So find out whether or not we accidentally summon a demon or rip open a portal to hell. I don't know. It's musical playtime, and the thing is friggin' awesome. Plus, China used to censor Google, but the search giant just gave its 2-week notice, everybody. The Loop will investigate a recent security breach and why it may make Google pull out of China altogether. Big shockwaves through your family. You're Chinese, right?
My mom uses Bing.
Oh.
Time now to run down the top 5 kings on the web.
Let's just go around the net.
Oprah, she's got her favorite things, and we have ours.
Oh, yeah, what's Oprah going to do for you, right? Oh, she's going to give you a car, remodel your kitchen.
Don't need it.
Yeah, that's crap. We give you this. I went through every single one of their videos last night. Yeah. They are still winning the internet. Still winning the net.
2010 belongs to you.
But here's my concern, and I don't mean to be Debbie Downer, but let me throw on the skirt
What's
and
the matter?
be down. What happens? Debbie Downer wears a skirt, and she kind of brings the.
Well, what are you going to say?
What happens when they run out of cute things on the internet to explode, Olivia? Now, I'm sorry.
No.
That'd be a terrible situation.
No, right? Because the internet will never run out of cute things, ever. Never, ever, never, never.
You're right, Olivia. You're right.
It's the internet. That's what it's made for.
Now, not every game show can be the brain-stimulating Jeopardy. You know, dumb folks like the television, too. And they watch shows like Are You Drunker Than a Wino? And What's That Smell? What That Smell is great, by the way. That's my favorite. The two-finger challenge is the best. It's the best part. You're like, I don't know what it is.
Oh, wait. Do that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that was an intern, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wait, no. Explore, though. Explore. Hold on. Get to the second knuckle. There's a surprise at the end of that rainbow.
And she had chicken noodle soup. She did.
Okay.
Back to game shows. How do we move on? I just smelled the girls.
You didn't smell anything.
I did.
No,
I did. Okay, we're talking about game shows.
Yes, game shows.
The thing is, the game shows really are tough.
Yes.
Because if every contestant got every question right, no one would watch. And here is a softball question gone wrong on the easiest game show ever. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's called, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
What planet in our solar system takes the least amount of time to orbit the sun? What planet in our solar system takes the least amount of time to orbit the sun?
I don't know. My thinking is, we see the moon every night. So I'm thinking, since it comes around regular every night on a routine basis, I don't know. So far, my logic is not good, but why change? I'm going to go with the moon. I'm going to lock in the moon.
Wait a minute. When Jeff Foxworthy and a puppet look at you like you're a moron.
The worst is like, it was her journey to the answer.
Yeah, I know.
The journey to the moon.
If you would have just shotgunned out the moon, we could forgive you for maybe having like a brain fart on TV. But when you take us from A to Tard, we get that wires are crossed in a very bad way.
Would you like to tell everybody what the correct answer is, just in case she's watching?
Would love to. Would love to. The correct answer, Mercury.
Yes.
Which is the closest planet that orbits our sun. But the incorrect answer that we would have also accepted would be any planet at all. Yes. Really, any planet.
Any planet. Even fake planets like Endor. You know, Planet Hollywood would have been a better answer than the moon.
Yes, it would have.
Better answer than the moon.
Well, there's lots of stars, and Planet Hollywood has those on the walls, so I'll go with Planet Hollywood, Jeff.
That journey makes more sense to me.
I get that one. I can forgive that.
Today's number 3 item is a video of an interspecies musical performance.
Yes, this is a slightly older video that seems to be picking up right now, and for a really good reason. You've probably seen tons of videos of dogs howling along to people that are playing music or singing, right? Mm-hmm. You've seen those.
Yes, but we bet you have never seen a man playing When the Saints Go Marching In on a trumpet alongside a donkey.
Thank you. That's impressive. It's impressive. He's lucky that fence was there, because that donkey was either going to attack or rape him. You could just tell.
Really?
I think so, but it's...
Is that one of the same, to attack and to rape?
Well...
I mean, you attack, then you rape. Same thing, right? Isn't a rape an attack?
I'm actually contemplating going down this road and discussing this with you versus whether or not you're right or wrong, and I think I'm going to move on. But
you guys should not be cheering that. This is a conversation that was a gift for you.
And I'll open it later. They would have preferred a gift card. I watched the clip and I go, okay, that's cool, but it's not the kind of music that my ass makes. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Because mine makes almost the exact same sound.
You sound like your ass sounds like a donkey?
No. Do you see the rainbow in the back? Mine sounds like a rainbow. Like a rainbow.
You sound like a rainbow?
Yes.
I didn't know rainbows were audible. What do rainbows
Wait, listen,
sound like?
hold on. Wait for it.
Okay. Coming in at number 2 today is what might be the greatest musical tribute to the game of football since Are You Ready for Some Football?
Yeah. Still getting ready. And 3, 2.
Cue Olivia.
This song is from several LA comedy troupes and features all the red-blooded, meat-eating, good old-fashioned American values you'd expect from football fans.
This will be the perfect day, perfect for football. America, Jesus, I'm making out with my guy football. America, Jesus, I'm making out with my guy where I'm from. We say please and thanks. We honor the troops fighting in those tanks. Stars and stripes will never bleed. Obama wasn't born in the USA. He don't like football and I heard he's gay. Better slip tongue to Steve.
Yeah. that guy actually playing the guitar is actually a guy named Will Greenberg, one of the funniest guys I know, and I was shocked when I saw that video because he was invited me to the Super Bowl party. I had no idea that that's what guys do when they all get together to watch football.
Listen, I'm honestly as shocked as you are, but now
right?
I'm really looking forward to the Super Bowl party.
What?
We love to watch the commercials, and it's just a good time to get together. And still ahead, today's #1 video is a song that's guaranteed to get stuck in your head, everybody. Consider yourself warned.
You saw what he was doing, right?
And they were watching football with the guys, and it was, talking about Obama. Look, Obama. So...
American Idol's back on the air for auditions, which means America's most delusional extroverts finally have an outlet to express all their pent-up lack of talent again.
Yes, but to be fair, Idol has given us some genuine pop stars.
Yeah, I like
Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
Carrie Underwood. Black guy from season 2.
Yeah, the Ruben.
Yeah, Ruben. See,
Ruben.
The Rube. But we are willing to bet that Atlanta's Larry Platt will not be joining those ranks anytime soon, though he deserves to.
And even though we're probably never going to hear his original composition, Pants on the Ground, on the radio, this cautionary tale of the dangers of modern style is blowing up the interwebs. So rude. Look, he has a passion, and it's for good reason.
Oh, yeah.
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground, with the bowl in your mouth, hat turned sideways, pants hit the ground, call yourself a cool cat, looking like a fool, walking downtown with your pants on the ground, get it up. Hey, get your pants off the ground, looking like a fool, talking with your pants on the ground, get it up. Hey, get your pants off the ground. Boom. With the gold in your mouth, head turned sideways, head hit the ground.
Larry, thank you. Larry, what was that song called?
Pants on the ground.
Okay, you guys
we got it. I'm shocked that even they reacted that way.
Unbelievable. You guys know better.
Well, yes, it's catchy, and yes, it's funny, but Mr. Platt is trying to get the word out about a very serious problem.
I know.
And he's not getting the respect that he deserves, Olivia. It's really sad.
The problem is
having one's pants on the ground.
Yeah. Now, since no one at all, especially you guys, seems to be taking his warning seriously, Kevin and I, we're going to do our part to help.
Yes. Pants on the ground. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool. With your pants on the ground.
I used to think it was cool to walk around with your pants on the ground. Then I tripped on my own pants and fell down 6 flights of stairs. Man, I must have looked like such a fool.
With the gold in your mouth.
I love having all this gold in my mouth, but every time I go to the beach, old guys with metal detectors won't stop following me around. Nobody told me about that.
Hat turned sideways.
I lost all the vision on the left side of my face. I guess my eyes just figured, hey, there's a hat there. Why bother?
Every year, tens of people are permanently injured from having their pants on the ground, gold in their mouths, or their hats turned sideways.
Don't become a statistic. Pull your pants up. Don't be a cool cat. Be safe.
Respect. Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Proud of this girl right here.
Taking a stand, huh?
It's about time.
One word?
One pant. One word, one pant. I was trying to be united, and I'm like, pants is plural.
Are you crying right now? Is it that funny to you?
I can't believe how stupid it was. That's why. I was like, really? One word, one pant. Like, what? One leg at a time? I don't know.
Is the moon a planet, Kevin?
Pluto's not a planet.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Damn scientists.
It's a large
you
star.
jerks with your measurements and crap.
Now it's It's a large
What do you
star.
stop with the pushing in on me right now? I'm having a moment. God!
Usually Kevin loves it when he cries.
No,
He's the ones you want to push him, and now he's like really walking away.
Hey, to get your daily
Why
viral
are you
fix.
sweating?
What?
You were sweating.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
You just...
Keep your pants up. Don't be a cool cat.
Can we move on with the show, please?
Oh,
No, move on with the show. We're heavy. There we go. There we go. To get your daily bio fix and to check out all the bio videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet. Go ahead. Okay, being in the Viewers Army has many benefits. You can get 10% off rentals at selected car dealerships, free sandwiches on Wednesdays, big deal. There's Bagel Thursdays. And sometimes you get to go to the Adult Entertainment Expo. Can you roll the package?
The attack of the show, this is Darren. I'm at the Adult Entertainment Expo. I'm not sure what they're going to allow me to show in here, but we'll go ahead and let this thing get right. That's right, I'm the guy with the camera.
Within the last 15 years, attendance has dropped off dramatically. But on that, though, it's always still a good show, but a lot of the big producers have just kind of scaled down, but it's probably because of the economy.
I love holding hands with you.
Bone Town is the world's first action-adventure porno video game. It's not a virtual world, it's more like Grand Theft Auto. You can be anybody, anyone, like Ron Jeremy. The game's about fighting and getting up.
Well, the attack of the show, that's it. 2010 Adult Entertainment Expo. Thank you for letting me be a part of your viewer army.
Thank you for being a part of our army, sir. If you want to enlist in our viewer army and cover an event for us, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. Viewer army? It's all in one.
I believe so.
That is a lengthy URL. Well, type that in and, wear a wrist brace. You'll be all right. Yeah. Go there for more details.
Still ahead, everybody. We're going to take a look at the new musical instrument, the Eigenharp, in musical playtime.
It's a long URL.
Yeah. Plus, Kristen Adams browses the book of Eli when she sits down with the movie's cast and crew.
And later, the Chinese government gets help from Google to censor the web. But that's about to change. Explanations are forthcoming in the loop, so stick around, everybody.
Kevin says, eat me.
If you're looking for a high-octane alternative to the classic MMOs, then check out League of Legends. In this fast-paced action RPG, you take control of one of 40 champions, each with their own strengths and abilities. Like a fire-slinging mage, a frozen phoenix, and even a scurvy pirate.
I'll be using you for chop.
Join other players online in a 5-on-5 battle as you wade through hordes of opposing minions, gaining experience and gold to upgrade abilities and purchase items, improving your champion. But don't worry, you aren't alone, as you have your own unending supply of underlings to help you destroy the rival team. What makes League of Legends unique is that as you play, your user account levels up, allowing you to customize 3 talent trees to fit your playing style. The game is free to play with 10 characters that rotate weekly. However, if you want to unlock a legion of 20 champions, purchase the collector's pack in the game's shop for only $30. Alan Simpson tweeted me and he said, "Oh, tell Olivia that Endor is a moon as well." So he got you.
Hey, Alan Simpson, let me tell you something.
Oh.
Endor is actually a gas giant like Jupiter, which makes it a planet.
Oh, what?
They're on the moon of Endor. The moon of Endor.
Hey, welcome back to Attack of the Show, everybody.
We're live, and now that we're talking about Alan, I don't really.
I forgot everything that's going on. Allison Hayslip.
Hey!
You brought it, Olivia. I like that.
Thanks, Allison.
I like that a lot.
What's up?
All right, let's start the feed. It's Thursday, January February 14th, and here are your top stories. After another round of scathing monologues from almost all of the late-night hosts, the New York Post, citing both TMZ and People magazine, is now reporting that Conan O'Brien's last day hosting The Tonight Show may be next Friday. I know, that's a bummer. If true, Leno will move back into the 11:35 Tonight Show spot. NBC would fill the 10 p.m. time slots with a show produced by Jerry Seinfeld, Law and Order franchises, and other programs. NBC is denying the story, and no one involved has released an official statement. So now it's time to just wait and see. And watch all the monologues because they're finally funny again. Yes. Google has teamed up with the satellite imagery company GOI to quickly make images of the destruction from the recent earthquake in Haiti available in Google Earth and Google Maps. It's hoped the images could prove to be an invaluable tool for aid organizations attempting to assess the damage to Haiti's infrastructure. Meanwhile, U.S. donations toward Haitian relief via text message through organizations such as the Red Cross and Wyclef Jean's Yale Haiti Foundation have exceeded $3 million. Thanks to mGive and mobile giving services, users can text specific codes through their carriers, and donations are simply added to their monthly cell phone bills. For all who have donated, thanks a lot. Hey, who are you going to call? You guys are really delayed here. Actually, it's Ivan Reitman. Get on it. The two-time Ghostbusters director agreed this week to direct the greatly anticipated third installment in the series. Reitman and Columbia Pictures have been developing a script penned by two of the writers on NBC's The Office in an attempt to relaunch the franchise. The production is set to start shooting next year. No word on if Bill Murray will return as the ghost of Dr. Venkman. Or perhaps a zombie. Anyone see Zombieland? Yes? I think so. I'm Allison Hayslip, and you've just been fed.
All right, as you may have heard, Google ordered some bad Chinese takeout. Now they're yelping about it, giving a really low star rating. And pretty sure I have that right. That's the story, right? While China is notorious for human rights violations that range from censorship to capital punishment, many American companies turned a blind eye at the country's actions in order to reap a hefty profit. Since 2006, Google has done business in China by offering a self-censored version of their popular search engine. But after a recent cyber attack, Google is drawing a line in the sand. They've stopped filtering their search results and may withdraw from the country completely if the Chinese don't allow Google users uncensored searching. Does Google deserve the acclaim for changing its stance on China? Or is this a PR move that allows Google to escape a losing search engine battle? Do no evil. It's The Loop. Joining me now from San Francisco to help us make sense of it all, staff writer for CNET.com, Tom Krazit joins us. How are you, Tom?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing very well. Doing very well. Tell me, what do we know about the cyber attacks that actually prompted Google's sort of about-face with regards to being in China and not being censored?
Sure. Well, there were a couple of things that happened. The first major thing is that Google detected an attack against its own infrastructure that was designed and succeeded in stealing some intellectual property. They won't say what that was. We're hearing it was source code of some type, though, so that's a pretty serious thing. The other thing that was done was that an attack that originated from China, accessed Gmail accounts belonging to two people who are very active in protesting China's human rights record. Mm-hmm. So they weren't able to get the messages themselves, but they were able to get like the date the account was created and a few subject lines. So that's kind of a serious thing as well. And then the third thing is that there were a bunch of Gmail accounts that these attackers were able to access through what appears to be phishing schemes. That wasn't really an attack on Google exactly, but
sure.
You know,
they were probably going after Farmville accounts or something a little more lighter fare just for kicks.
Stuff. Yeah.
But Tom, let me ask you this, because Google and the Yahoos and the Microsofts of the world, they get attacked all the time, left and right. Why is this the attack that sort of breaks Google's back? Why is this attack the straw here?
Well, I mean, from what we're hearing, this attack was very widespread. Something like 30 or so American companies were targeted by this attack, and Google called it one of the most highly sophisticated and targeted attacks that they have seen. And don't forget that the attack actually worked. You know, someone was able to steal intellectual property from Google, whereas a lot of times they're just deflecting attacks that are annoying but not necessarily successful.
Sure. Well, and just about everyone, I think, would agree that it's a good thing Google is sort of making a stand against China here. But how can you overlook the last 4 years? You know, Google's, do no evil motto, they went in there. It was sort of a damage to their brand when they decided to censor themselves. Can you ignore those last 4 years in light of this story?
No, I've been thinking about Mark McGuire with this whole thing. You know, it's like just because you finally do the right thing and admit that you use steroids doesn't mean we can forget your whole career.
Sure. Well, had Google saved baseball, we could forget censorship. But, in this case, they're turning it around. And, Google had only about 14% of the search market covered in China compared to something like Baidu.com. They had roughly 62%. So it has some bloggers out there saying that this is a PR move that lets Google sort of get out of a losing war while still looking good to the rest of the world. Do you think it's... is there a percentage here that you think it's PR move to actual stance for censorship and freedom of speech?
I think there's a little bit to that, but I think making that kind of argument is like quitting a baseball game when you're down 3-0 in the first inning. I mean, China is a huge, huge market. It has 340 million internet users. That's more people than live in the United States, and it's the #1 market by far. And only 25% of people in China are on the internet anyway. So even if you had 20% of that market, that's a huge number.
Sure.
And the growth potential there is enormous. So I don't think they would necessarily turn their back on all of that revenue just because they're losing right now.
Right. So you're saying that the short-term PR game doesn't necessarily outweigh the future financial gain to be made off of a country like China.
They are leaving billions and billions of dollars on the table if they follow through with this.
Right. Well, how have the Chinese responded to Google's threats? I mean, are they saying you need to recensor yourselves? As of right now, Google's up, right, and running uncensored in China?
No, it doesn't appear that that has gone through all the way. There are some people that are reporting they're able to get some things they couldn't before, but in a lot of cases, the results are still censored the way they were. China's basically come out and said, hey, if you're doing business in our country, you have to follow the laws. And, setting up a showdown here over the next couple of weeks.
Sure. And what about the Microsofts and the Yahoos of the world? Are they remaining, censored inside of China, or do you think they're going to follow Google's move here?
Well, Steve Ballmer came out today, Microsoft's CEO, and basically said, we're committed to China, and we follow laws. So I think that's what you can expect out of them. Yahoo's a little bit different. They're not a direct player in China. They own a company that is a player in China. So they've been playing it kind of coy. We haven't heard a direct response from them yet.
And Tom, very quickly, we're out of time, but do you suspect that these types of cases and these issues are going to come to light more and more as more and more Chinese get online and American companies try to take their products over there?
It's a huge, huge dilemma for American companies as they try to figure out how to abide by these laws that are deeply unpopular in the United States, but then, represent this huge potential business down the road.
Right. Well, regardless of the motives, we're fans of Google's move here, and we hope others follow suit. So, Tom Krazit from CNET, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you keeping us in the loop.
Sure, thanks, guys.
All right, let's go over to a woman who's never censored herself, ever. 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 Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Go to break.
Musical Playtime's up next. We're going to have an American television debut of a brand new musical instrument called the Eigenharp. I got something to say. I'd like to say something. I'd like to say something.
You know what? Say it in like 5 seconds. This guy's trying to prove that he can karate kick as high as this log. So what happens next? Does he easily pull it off? Does he slip and fall on his ass? Or does he nail his friend in the junk? Find out when we return. This guy's trying to prove that he can karate kick as high as this log. So what happens next? Does he easily pull it off? Does he slip and fall on his ass? Or does he nail his friend in the junk? I see, kids. Helping your friends can sometimes backfire.
In the Book of Eli, a lone man fights his way across a post-apocalyptic America to protect a sacred book that holds the secrets to restore mankind. However, to meet up with the cast, all we really had to do was send Kristen Adams. It's pretty easy.
A post-apocalyptic Wild West tale where the bad guys are cannibals and mankind's last defense is the Book of Eli.
I told you you weren't going to get that back.
starring Denzel Washington as a lone man who beholds the world's last known Bible and will strike furious vengeance against anyone who tries to stop him.
We're out of the ground, we were taken for the dust we are, and to the dust we shall return.
Why do you think people are so fascinated with the apocalypse?
Well, I think that people have always written about it, have always kind of been fascinated, with how it's going to end. You turn on the news and you watch what's happening in the world. It doesn't seem so fantastical.
It's not right to keep that book hidden away. It's meant to be shared with others.
When 9/11 happened, we saw how close we were to really falling apart. So the closer we get to 2/12, and after 9/11, it's dramatic. We like drama. That's why there's all this reality TV now.
Do you think society needs religion to stay civil?
I think society needs faith. I think society needs hope. I think people are scared to live life and knowing they're going to die and never be heard from again, and that's it. What would happen if we didn't have religion? I think we'd be okay.
What is with you? It is just a book.
It's not just a book.
How did Eli's fighting style come about?
You get like a fight partner like Jeff Amata, and then you incorporate different styles, martial arts, and you try to just mold and shape this character and draw from like his 30 years of walking. The barroom fight where the camera's spinning around, he's fighting 15 guys. No one knows until you see it the second time. 4 heads go flying off, a body gets chopped in half. Because it's not in slow motion, it's how it really would happen. So pay attention, 4 heads come flying off, and the body gets chopped off.
I'll have to rewatch that.
Yeah. There's some G-force right there for you.
How would you survive the apocalypse?
I personally wouldn't know where to begin. Had I had like survival men with me, I'd have a problem.
Good idea. Bring him or like Bear Grylls or something. I like that.
Either one of the two. Bring both of them with me, and then Bear can tell me which snake to eat and how to do an enema outside of my boat if we were stranded in the middle of the ocean.
I don't know. I'd learn to sing and dance. I don't know. I'd be a soft shoe man. I don't know. I'd have a big off gun with me. That's one thing.
It's not a book. It's a weapon.
When desperation falls upon the world, trust in the Book of Eli or be smitten.
All right, so you're going to want to grip it firmly with 2 hands, and then you put it in your mouth and you blow on it. Let me explain. Just as music has gone digital, the next step in instrument evolution is here. Which is why today we have the Eigenharp, a revolutionary new electronic instrument that can play the sound of multiple instruments. With 132 keys, 2 strip controllers, and a breath pipe, the Eigenharp Alpha allows musicians to play and improvise using a limitless range of sounds. Not only is it the first musical controller made for both playing and sequencing, but the Eigenharp can record loops, program beats, and layer multiple sounds. Curious as to how it works? Well, then gather around, kiddies, because it's musical playtime. All right, with us today, all the way from London, to show us how to use the Eigenharp, it's Finley Crowther. He's a musician at Eigenharp. I don't know, did you teleport here? Because you look like you are holding a future staff.
Yeah, sadly not, no.
This looks like something the Wild Stallions would play, like Bill and Ted are bringing world peace with this device. This is the Eigenharp, right?
That's correct.
It's an electronic instrument, and it can be configured to play pretty much any other instrument, like a synthesizer, right?
That's right, yeah. You can use it for almost anything. Eigen's a German word meaning own, so it's highly configurable, and you can do all numbers of things with it, yeah.
And it's not just like a MIDI controller that's just spitting out ones and zeros. This thing has all sorts of expression built in, right?
That's right, yeah. I mean, each note is movable in 3 directions, so that's 3 possibilities of kind of manipulation.
Can you show us that?
Of course I can, yeah. So we have a native synth here, and
so velocity sensitivity.
That's right, yeah. So when you tap it, it's mapped to velocity. But if you move it up and down, you have pitch.
Pitch bend, right?
That's correct. And the yaw on it is a resonance and a filter.
Okay, and I'm assuming because it's your own, you can make that whatever effect
Exactly,
you want.
yeah, and each note that can be done to. So you have vast possibilities with this, really.
All right, how many different instruments can you play right out of the box?
So by pushing this mode key, you have access to all the different options that are available. So here are what we call sampler instruments. You have 4 of them.
Okay.
So you could load in your own sounds. I know the guys recently did like a kind of children's choir they sampled and put that.
They actually stole the souls of the children through the device.
That's
and
right,
they lived in
yeah,
there,
yeah.
which is
exactly.
very impressive for a music instrument, yeah.
So you can do that, or you could have something more classical like a piano on there.
And how quick is it to switch? Because I know it's designed to play live. Like if I said, hit me with a piano right now, it's right there.
Just under your fingers, yeah.
Phenomenal. And you can really hear the expression, too, how sensitive those keys are.
Exactly. Well, that's why it's been designed, really, to kind of put back that expression into electronic music.
There's a full drum kit and sequencer built into this as well?
Indeed, there is, yeah. We have something called the Arranger, which is a step sequencer. We also have these percussion keys down here.
So these are sort of hardwired to play percussion or whatever you want?
I mean, they don't need to be percussion, but you can give them a good old whack.
So that's a little digital kit that you can do, standard percussion kits.
Exactly.
You can summon a unicorn if you press 3 of them at the same time. This thing does everything. There's even I noticed there's a breath pipe up there.
That's correct, yeah.
So what is that for there?
So at the moment I have this kind of modulating sound which can be modulated even further by drawing breath on it.
Oh, wow, okay.
Has a kind of didgeridoo effect.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't, but no like hippie in Venice Beach is going to be using one of these buskering for change. At least in another 15 years or so.
That's right.
And then what about the touch strip? There's so many devices on this thing.
So, for example, I have the touch strip at the moment hooked up to a high-pass filter. So if I come down on that, it will just bring the loop in.
Like a DJ tweaking a knob to drop a
Exactly.
beat, right? And all the different sounds are stored where? They're not in the instrument themselves. This relies on
all the
software,
sounds are stored in the computer. We wanted people to be playing this in 30 years' time.
Sure.
So we didn't want to put it within the instrument.
And so the beauty of that is, of course, you can then create your own instruments, your own samples,
Exactly,
your own songs,
exactly.
and it's all shareable.
And so many people have computers these days, it makes sense to kind of do your editing there and then do your playing on this.
Well, we've seen beat, we've seen how you can make melody. Can you make magic now? Because
I'll do my best.
How long have you been playing the Eigenharp?
I've been playing the Eigenharp for 5 months now.
So for 5 months of training, I mean, you're a pianist, so
That's
you definitely
correct,
have some experience with the music. But 5 months on the Eigenharp, please take it away, Finn.
Cool.
Absolutely impressive, sir. That was incredible. I was going to say, man, I can't wait to drop a beat, and then I'm like, no, you got it right there. You'll be able to do it. Mission accomplished. I'm sold. Is it going to? Can I give you a kidney for it? How much is the Eigenharp Alpha?
If your kidney's worth $5,600.
$5,600. Okay.
Yeah.
Which look, pricey, but in the realm of instruments, completely sane because this thing has so much functionality. But
Sure, yeah.
if the audience out there doesn't have that much, this is the Eigenharp Pico, right? The slightly smaller version.
That's the entry level one.
Similar
yeah.
functionality. Also has the little breath pipe as well.
Yep.
And this is for $560, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So that's cool.
Does most of the things this one does.
Right. And if
apart
you're
from the
saying,
keys.
well, wait, these are two things. I kind of want to hit the middle of the road. I'm indecisive. I'm a fence sitter. I really don't make decisions well. You guys have the Eigenharp Tau.
Yeah. Today the Eigenharp Tau has been unleashed, and that goes on sale for $2,600.
Perfect. So there's an Eigenharp for everyone.
That's correct,
There you go. Put it on the box. I really... with 5 months' time, that was an awesome demo. I can't wait to see what kind of music people are making with this in 50 years' time.
Me too, yeah.
It's going to be impressive. Finley, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, yeah.
It's a pleasure. That was the Eigenharp, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're going to go over to Olivia.
So, what are you guys doing this Valentine's Day? Yeah, that's correct. You are watching a special marathon of romance-free shows on G4. Of course you are. The day starts off with an all-day marathon of cheaters and ends with our Adult Entertainment Expo special hosted by adult film star Sasha Grey. Her mom calls her Sasha, too. Go to G4TV.com/Valentine's for more info. Still ahead, we're failing Old Man Winter. Totally unrelated, but the weather in Los Angeles is 72 and smiley, so ha 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 ha.
Wrong love tonight.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, we have the best of the web, including a bizarre French video for a disco version of Star Wars and a death metal rooster. Chris Gore is here with DV Tuesday reviews of The Hurt Locker, the sci-fi thriller Pandorum, and Moon. And we'll revisit the AOTS classic Kitten Warrior with 2 kittens going head-to-head on our adorable obstacle course. See it tomorrow.
Okay, everybody. It's that time of day for the epic fail.
Oh, right, yes. You know that perfect parking spot, right? Everybody knows the perfect parking spot. The one that's directly in front of your office. You know, the one you just can't believe you got it because there's never, ever a spot, let alone that one. And you must have done something really, really right to get that spot. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know.
Well, my friend, gravity thinks you're a sucker. Oh, man. I think the lesson I'm taking away from that is don't drive in the snow.
Yeah, and don't park in the snow.
And be careful when you stand around in the snow.
It's actually a lot of lessons. I thought we were just going to learn one there, but...
Which means we are amazing teachers. Hey everybody, go to G4T.com/AOTS for all of the things you saw today and so much more.
Huge thanks to Tom Krazit from CNET.com and Finley Crowther from Eigen Labs.
Endor? Planet?
It's a planet.
Planet? Endor's a planet.
It's a planet. X-Play starts right now, everybody. Good night. And hey, keep your pants off the ground. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, you're sad.